So we are just about to start out.
Bank is just rupees.
And we had heard something, and we're gonna see Dracarys starting up. Oh, we have just 20 rupees in all of them. Looking at the map check, we see that Desert is a green pendant, while Eastern and Hera is a crystal. We're gonna get the 3-1 pull from Dracarys. It gives us 20 rupees today, so quite a nice start out. If they don't find any bombs on the way to Kakariko, they will be able to buy them.
Indeed.
Lumberjack is a bomb.
And another big 20 from the uncle. And we see a heart container by the uncle. Yep, that's basically summarized.
So I think we only have one person's audio today that's usable.
Yeah, it seems like it, and you could hear that one person over there, so we learned at least a bit from it, that there was a bottle on the Lumberjack was one of them, and what I saw it was blue goo as well. And quite an interesting route this here from LJMnin, who seems to be going down into Hyrule Castle basically. And we find the triple bombs in the drop down. We also seen that Dracarys has bought 10 bombs, is running over to Eastern as well, so quite a lot of advances early on. Alright, LJMnin basically find the blue cane down in the first Assassin's Escape. That's pretty.
Yep. So that will be nice. Also, there's a power glove and Quake and 300 rupees.
Yeah, basically. Some quite nice found so far. Just gonna update my video a bit. So we see back escape, we find those 20 rupees.
Blind's hideout. Skip that entirely.
So something I find interesting about co-op, usually you see the same old route, but in this you often see one runner do the traditional route, but then you see the other do a completely different one. Ooh,
Yeah,
a sword!
Yeah, our damp item today is the sword. So that's very nice to find. And Flipper's also inside of the damn chest.
What was the first chest in Eastern?
I can't tell. I'm gonna have to see if he open up his inventory. But basically we see Dracarys heading through Eastern, we see LJMnin heading over to the desert, gonna check Desert Ledge and Agina Cave, while Goomba and zerorush is continuing their Kakariko route.
Oh, this sink on the bottom though.
Yeah, it's pretty good right now.
Just a piece of heart on the ledge.
Yep. And we found a bottle as well in Kakariko, so they will be able to check Kid and gives us just a few more arrows. Quite a lot of arrows so far in Kakariko.
Did we see what Agina had?
No, and see, Minnie didn't head in there,
Ooh,
but we found another sword.
sword.
Yeah, and it's a unique item in Tower of Hera as well. But to fill in about what you said earlier, with we see the Dracarys heading to Eastern while Goomba is currently Kakariko, you want to get a lot of information very, very early, which is why we see these diversions, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw that the library only had 20 rupees for us. Oh, there's another glove on Lake Hylia Island.
Alright, so if Hammer is in the Dark World or locked by the Dark World, then this is a AGA for Dark World access. Of course, AGA is going to be required anyway, because all dungeons, but still.
Yeah, you really want to save Aga for after beating Gannis Tower, because you basically get just mirror through to get to Aga 1. So you want to save that for that if that is the case. But one thing that this also gives though is that we might see a few of our runners have very low health because they will not check the says that the partner checked and have been deemed that we don't need to check that one because it doesn't give us anything. So we're gonna see the back of escape from Dracarys. And at the same time we're gonna see LJMnin heading into Waterfall. And we find the Moon Pearl down there.
Moon Pearl, and was there anything else my windows decided to close?
No, it wasn't really anything down there. It was a big 20 and a key, but LJMnin found the red cane in Waterfall.
Just triple bombs on Zora Ledge.
Continue, but because LJMnin doesn't really have any bombs at this point, it's gonna take it either way. And we find the hammer, the fire rod in minimal.
Okay. So, not an AGA seed for Dark World.
No, not yet.
Uh,
or ever.
no, like, it's only required for all dungeons at this point.
Yeah.
Unless, have we seen Lumberjack?
We saw Lumberjack and was only blue goo.
Alright, so unless that's our first... Well, no. That's... Yeah, AGA's completely dead except for the all dungeons requirement.
Yep. So we're gonna see an ice rod cave here check from Goomba in just a minute while Dracarys is continuing through Hyrule Castle, only picking up that blue came from that first chest. And found a big 20. We have not seen a map so far, so we're gonna see if it's down here or if it is in the dark room. Because Dracarys have already checked the back of escape, that I right now have him given a lot of information. And only big 20 in Ice Rod Cave and the map.
There's the map.
So basically right now the last location is know that there is an item down in those dark rooms of Hyrule Castle. We are seeing a death warp, so the car is probably gonna go down and check that one immediately.
Yep.
You're gonna see Goomba at the same time heading up to the hobo. Looks like zerorush is gonna continue down into the castle as well, while LJMnin is gonna head over to east.
Just a 20 rupee.
Yeah, not really anything good at the hobo. We basically just stole money from him. And those snakes can be really punishing down there. And just a piece of heart down there in the sewers. So looking amongst our runners at the current moment, right now, now lots of cases have the information about how to get to the dark world, while the others doesn't.
Also, just a quick shout out to that cursor sprite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
But-
sprite.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like all of the sprites here. Well, Zerorush decided to not do any sprites at all, but the others have some pretty good ones. And we are gonna see the scam artist doing his work once again with that
Piece of
piece
heart.
of a heart.
And a fairy revival for zerorush.
Yep.
That
For
was
getting a
probably an
backup.
attempted death warp.
Yep.
Press F.
Oh, I can't believe how many times that have happened to me.
What was in the dam again?
The dam had a sword in down there, and what was the other item? I don't remember.
Flippers.
Flippers, right. So Dracarys now has his Master Sword. And we are probably gonna see a Gina now from Dracarys compared to LG who just went over there to check the ledge. So Goomba is gonna be our second runner who has the Dark Well access. Dracarys have one now as well since he was over to Minimolum a little bit early. But Zerorush, not too far behind as well, will also get the Dark Well access very, very soon. And
Just 10 arrows at Agina.
how many arrows have we seen so far exactly?
Who knows? A lot.
Yeah, found so many.
Also, very low health seed so far.
Yeah, absolutely. We are gonna see Goomba entering the Dark World from the south, while Dracarys is gonna do it from the Village of Outcast, which is also one of the other ways to basically just do the more efficient routing.
Alright, so we've got Ice and Turtle Rock as 5-6, I think, and Swamp and Skullwoods as pendants.
That is correct. Although in when we're doing all dungeons, in that way it doesn't really matter that much. Unless you get enough hints about what the green pendant or the 5-6 crystals unlock, you don't really
Ooh, a bottle.
consider that.
Oh, I guess we saw Keck, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw Kak earlier from both Goomba and Zerorush.
Was there anything good in Keck?
I want to say no. We basically really only had arrows over there. We are gonna see Goomba path his way forward pod though, so that can be quite a nice one. Nope, it's gonna pass his way up to the pyramid. Might probably also gonna include catfish then. So LG is now gonna get his Darkwell access as well. And find a mirror on the pyramid. That's a very nice place one.
Ooh. That's rude. That's really rude.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing though that Goomba can choose now is just run down to the Tidesmith immediately, but no, it's gonna continue on along with the route up to Catfish. But yeah, that's definitely a rude location for that. So our first test in Skullwoods is a small key. Zero Rush is
Oh,
also
that's
gonna pick up
true.
his
We
mirror.
can collect Titan mitts.
Yep, those were on the Lake Island. But we're gonna see Dracarys gonna finish off Skullwoods immediately.
Alright, let's see what the catfish is gonna have for us today.
Is he gonna be grumpy or is he gonna be good today? He's
10
gonna be grumpy.
arrows.
Yep, that's a grumpy fish today.
I mean, can you complain about 10 arrows that are completely free, though?
I guess no. But maybe he actually tried to throw them at us there. Because we throw a rock onto him.
I mean, to be fair, we are kind of disturbing his peaceful nap.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I get pretty grouchy too if somebody wakes me up from a nap.
Yeah, absolutely. But look what Goomba is doing. This is quite a cool idea, actually. The only reason
The
why...
Ice Rod Cave hint check.
Yeah, you normally don't get to see this one. So you can give us something good?
The flute is in
Ooh.
Thieves Town. Ooh, interesting.
Okay, I value that one, definitely.
I'll consider that valuable, yeah.
But the beautiful fight from Dracarys on the moth there. So we have our first palace clear for today. So what does the fairy give us? Alright, what does she give fairy us? Some a little bee. That's nice. And yeah, the Titans now for Goomba.
Nice, nice.
We have quite a good assembly of items so far. And we're gonna see Zero Rush gonna get scammed. LG is gonna pick up his mirror. Goomba is running up the mountain, it looks like.
Yeah, possibly. It's out of logic currently. Well, actually, no, it isn't, because we know where the flute is.
Yeah, but at the same time, we don't have the lamp, so it's not technically in logic. But these guys knows the dark room, so we can glance over that one.
Since we know where the flute is, that puts everything on Death Mountain except the old man in logic.
Yeah. And we do have both mirror, fire rod, and the hammer, so we have a lot of stuff up here we can collect as well. Because also Goomba has that tiny myth, can also even route in Bunny Cave and check what Third Rock has is needed today. And if he wants to be Daredevil, he can also head into Turtle Rock if Quake is needed, but that is a little bit more of a Daredevil play. You're gonna see the blind check of Spectacle Rock here from Goomba. So we have 50 rupees in the Sea House.
And LJMnin just taking a pause break.
Yeah, you can need those. And a very nice hint for Goomba there. Just on Grumbles. So set games only gave us 20 rupees. So we're gonna see Dracarys heading into Thief Town now. We're gonna see Zero Rush also pathing his way up the mountain. And it looks like LG is gonna head over to Skullwoods and Willows of Outcast as well. And there's the flute.
As promised.
Yep. Okay, that's the key for the Tower Hera basement. Okay, so we can route out one. Ooh, there's the boots in Tower Hera.
Ooh.
But yeah, the hint we got there was about the big chest in Swamp Palace, so we can basically route that one out now. We don't need to do that one.
Yeah, I'd almost rather see a left side swamp hint though.
Yeah. However, if we would be very lucky when we go through there and we don't see the map or compass and only find the big key at the back, then we know we don't need to head over there. But yeah, having to leave items behind in the swamp is not what you want.
You know, I never understood why they made the block in Thieves Town a glove lock block and not a midst locked one. Because you'd almost think that they intended to make it so that, you know, you could take the shortcut back.
Yeah, there probably was something about that. I'm gonna chalk it up to limitations of the console, basically. But they would have to create a whole new entity for it.
Yeah, but I mean, there are midst locked blocks.
Yeah, but only really outside, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, game.
What?
We learned that where one of the gloves was from.
Oh, thanks, game. We totally didn't know about that yet.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Oh, an unfortunate hit there from the floor tile made so that zerorush can't do a coffee break basically, and we have now mold on fight for. Ooh, 1-0 to Trolldorm. Ooh, Trolldorm is feisty today, and there's a small key to Chiefs Town, so we're gonna have to head in and check. Zerorush has now also picked up his big key. We see the map for Goomba, so I think there's one island left in Tower Hera. Doesn't look like it is because Goomba is leaving it.
Well, that or. Oh, wait, what? Broken pencils are pointless. Wow.
Wow.
Real original game.
Yeah, that is not nice. It was also nice that Goomba picked up the boots in Tower Hera because that makes the Spyro Cave just so much nicer. But yeah, and the beautiful fight from Dracarys is awarded with the cape from Blind. And zerorush now was picking up his team's first crystal. We see Goomba have made his way over to Paradox Cave. 50 rupees and one of the 2 green rupees. in the first assist of Paradox. We see 20 rupees, another 20 rupee. Triple bombs, 5 rupees, and a bloomerang. So Paradox came not coming through today. Same time we see the digging game start for Dracarys. A lot of red rupees.
Well, that's nice for money refill, but
Yeah, if they would want to have some blue goo before heading into Ganon, sure. Oh, and it's Quake needed for Turtle Rock today, so Goomba is just gonna open that one right away and probably stick the hint. We have to see though how far Goomba is willing to go into Turtle Rock. Nope, not even a hint. But time for Super Bunny Cave for Goomba. At the same time, we see Zerorush over in Paradox, picking up his Bloomerang. Dracarys has made his way to south sort of Dark World, and LJ is currently making his way through Thief Town. And we find Half Magic and a book in Super Bunny Cave.
ooh.
The book is quite a nice one because Goomba can basically just run over to Turtle Rock, to Tower of Hera, mirror there, and check that the tile immediately. Or the tablet, rather. And Goomba also has the hook shot. Where did he get that?
That's a good question.
Anyway, mushroom for Goomba, and the 10 bombs. Oh, that one is Super Bunny? Okay then, where was the book? A book was in Spiral. Thank you so much to our tracker Kono Tyron for filling that one out. And the other tracker is Math Girl doing hybrid rolls.
Hey everybody, sorry if I missed stuff. It's a... Good boy.
So we're probably gonna see Goomba head into Swamp now. No, we're gonna have the mushroom turn in. Quite like doing that one now, because if it isn't anything, Goomba can just save in,
Alright.
to just hard reset and get the mushroom back. And if it's something, then it's gonna be something good. Just 20 rupees today. And Goomba is not gonna hard reset that one. Oh, that's a really nice info, zerorush, learning that there are just some cash above the pose. Oh, I like this. Goomba is gonna run over and say King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks, probably. A small key in our first test in Turtle Rock. So Zerorush doing the torch room. The goose has been loose for Dracarys. LJ currently in the Dark World on his way to digging game, presumably. No, Time to free the Smith. Time to Smith me. Time to Smith. Time to free Yemadaya. Okay, Goomba's gonna take Bombo's tablet. I missed that. What did that say? In the meantime, we see that LJ has been let loose the goose and was bow at Bombos. That's a very nice hint for Goomba. And Zerorush continuing to progress through the rock. You're gonna see hammer pegs for Dracarys and for LJ at the same time. Not at the same time, but we have the single arrow of destiny in pegs. So today the Smiths gives us a hard container. We have a small key in that chest. And the car is gonna go and deliver the purple chest. And that rewards him with a piece of heart. You see that car is sending over to the desert. Probably gonna go over to Meyer area. Yes, he is. Same time we see Zerorush is gonna enter the Mimic Cave. And we see that Ether is required for Mystery Meyer today. So Meyer said nothing really, not either in Mimic Cave. You see that there's 50 rupees on top of the cape. And we are seeing Zerorush just continuing progressing through the rock where he did find that ether. And we have switched out our commentators a bit. I want you guys to welcome Revolting Ocelot to the booth. How are you doing today, my good sir?
Hello, hello. Just revolving, not revolting.
Okay then.
I did take a shower this morning.
Well, you can't really. You have to blame me. It's currently 20 minutes to 2 in the night for me.
So, what has been happening in this crazy co-op race?
Basically, no need to do Aga because we saw the Moon Pearl in the back of Escape, Hammer and Fire Rod in Minimoldom, and one of the gloves was on Lake Island, while the other was in Shazla's closet. So we have had a really quick seed. So
I see. So, but it looks like the bow is going to be giving us some trouble probably later.
we did learn that one. Goomba went over to Bombo's tablet. Did not have Master Sword at that point, but yeah, bow at Bombo's today.
I see. Okay. So not really any standout items that I can see could be missing. I suppose the ice rod could be on Laser Bridge or something equally horrible, but that's pretty normal for the ice rod. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do know basically everything else is really only ice rod away from no mode for us, because we do know that Mr. Meyer needs ether. And the zerorush have also found bombos in his endeavor up in Turtle Rock. So, piece of heart in the bonk rocks for zerorush. And we find a sealed over in Skullwoods. But yeah, also to fill out a bit of the other locations. We saw also Hookshot, and that was, let's see, kind of up a bit. Hookshot and Book was in Spiral. No, Book was in Spiral. Hookshot was in Super Bunny. So we have had quite a lot of cool locations for a lot of the items.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So it looks like Dracarys is doing their Tower of Hair clear now, and we're going to be getting that hookshot and everything.
Yeah, he's gonna get everything soon. At the same time, we see Goomba doing Argus, doing spin strats.
Beast doing Argus with a fighter sword. The last race I commented on had every run having to do Argus with a fighter sword, which basically turned into a battle of the menus, having to switch between the hookshot and the hammer constantly, or just giving up and going for lots of fighter sword spins. But it was certainly lengthy. Glad it's not going to be the case tonight.
Yeah, fighter sword Argus is definitely an awkward fight. And Argus dropping our big key. Now we did learn earlier what the big chest was. It was just a piece of heart, if I remember correctly. Basically, nothing really there. Have to see if Goomba did check left side. Gonna assume he did, or there wasn't anything there. Yeah, Goomba's now gonna pick up his bow.
So something else I note that nobody else has picked up yet is a lamp. Have we had any clues where the lamp could be?
No, we haven't.
Given the runner's items so far, there's a good chance that lamp could be down in Ice Palace, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen it there far too many times than I care to admit.
Yeah, it's one of those really horrible locations to put it.
Dracarys takes down Mordor with no problems at all.
Yeah, very nice fight there from him. Oh, there is a lamp actually in K45. So that's nice.
Yeah, with our early fireworks, most of our fire needs are covered, but having a lamp to get through dark rooms such as in Mizumai or Pod is just so much more convenient than to have that lamp for him rather than attempt to do him in the dark. And K45 is a nice, convenient location of getting a lamp. Doesn't cost you too much time and will save you all that time in places like Pod and Mizumai.
Alright, I just remember one of the irritating things this seed gave us. And that was the mirror on Pyramid.
Ooh, that is nasty.
Yes, which is also why we only right now see Goomba having the lamp, because when they were originally over there and checking all of that, they did not have the mirror yet.
So LJMnin is heading over to Mothler now, but he doesn't have too much magic, and he's actually going in for just killing these Gyptos with a Master Sword rather than allowing them to get in the way of firewood shots or bothering him. But he doesn't have too much health either. Does have the blue mail, but only 4 hearts. This could be tricky for him.
Oh, that was a very nice mana drop.
Yeah, getting the full magic drop in Skullwoods from the Gyptos is really, really convenient.
Yeah, it was. I just love the bunny sprite for LJ there.
You love Clip It. That is horrible taste, man. Nobody loves Clip It.
Oh, believe me, I don't like Clippers, but I have to say it is perfect bunny sprite for the mouse.
Thematically appropriate, sure, but it's like the opposite of perfect. It's like anathema to life.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, Dracarys is going to be giving their team's first look into Turtle Rock. You said that
Yeah.
zerorush already dived it.
Yeah, zerorush already dived it. He found both Ether and Bombos in there, so definitely good that he decides to head in there now. Because for all we know, Isod could be in Meyer, so getting that one off right now is one of those very nice things to do right now.
There's a chance that Mizumaya could just be quick.
We have already seen Missing Meyer. It was Ether. Has just not been tracked yet.
Okay, right. So I do have to double dip Turtle Rock then. That's nasty.
Yeah. I actually seen an Ice Rod over in Missing Meyer once. I still have nightmares about that seed. So basically in that one, both Swamp and Turtle Rock was needed. We had to go into Turtle Rock to get the medallion for it. And Ice Rod and Hookshot were both in Meyer, and Meyer was a pet.
I like that zerorush went to read the Bomber's tablet without having the Master Sword, but I liked the, the text for the bow. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, this is a very nice one. So LJ has already been over here in Eastern, so zerorush should not be going for any of the extra assists over here. Which is
Goomba flutes to floor, but I'm not sure what he's doing. In fact, he's pausing a bit, actually.
Isn't he
must be
releasing the bird?
good. I thought he'd already activated flute. I would guess he's probably going to head over and do a Eastern Palace clear for Dracarys now.
Might go up to Skullwoods first, maybe?
That does look to be his direction, yeah. Perhaps he's going to take that cape over to Bumper Ledge. Have you seen what's on Bumper Ledge?
Yes, we saw that from Nintendo swag. It was 50 rupees.
Looks like zerorush just pulled a Master Sword out of Eastern Palace and is going to be taking that over to probably get their bow pretty shortly.
Yep, probably. One thing that zerorush actually can do here that both Dracarys and Goomba have not been able to do yet is checking Ped. If he decides to head into Skullwoods, we see right now doesn't.
He almost went over to take the Dark World Portal, but instead he decides to turn back and check out Magic Bat.
Ooh, we're gonna get some fake powder action. So we have seen actually in one of the tournament matches that it came down to that one, so it's gonna be interesting to see what it gives us.
He's got an awful lot of magic to dump for that half magic.
Yep.
Takes a
gonna
few
see-
tries, but he gets it.
We're gonna see checkers for LJ as well. And silvers from the Batcave. So, Goomba has already given up his mushroom. So it's gonna have to be Dracarys who's gonna have to do fake powder to learn about that one. Oh,
Yeah, silvers
actually,
is going to be the time
he actually
spent
had-
getting those silvers is going to be huge for Ganon and just about a bunch of dungeon bosses too. So hopefully for them, they find a powder sometime, or Dracarys thinks to do fake powder.
I just realized that Dracarys actually has powder on him already.
Oh, yeah, so he does. Yes.
Oh, I just love this dark room from Dracarys. It's such a fun dark room.
This is one of the dark rooms I've never even attempted to try. Like, I know the best way to get it is just to have a map of the area and where all the turns are, and just to hit the D-pad at the right time so that you go in the right direction. But I've just the idea of carrying it out is just probably beyond my skills right now.
I have done that dark room once, and I did not actually use a map. I basically suck it down to I remember where to do the turns because doing it too much basically.
So there was a bomb with some laser bridge along with a heart container.
And we're gonna see zerorush going into Ice Palace, but we're talking about the bomb boss. But we're gonna get ped check here.
3 bombs. That's a bit of a dud.
Yep. So the dreams of chat has been crushed. And to answer a few people in the chat, there's one item who could have been very bad if that one was there, and that was Ice Rod. It could have very much been there.
Now, unfortunately for Drac, he is going into Mizumaya without the silver as he hasn't checked in a magic bat yet, so obviously. It's not going to be too much problem killing Fidgeus given his loadout, but it could be easier. And he also, unfortunately, despite having the Ether Medallion and freezing the bird on his way to Mizumaya, did not go for the bird toss.
Yeah, that's just bad, man. You have to go for it there. Oh, thank you, game. That was a very nice into game zerorush.
Piece of heart in the purple chest.
I think we already seen that from both of the teams, but if not, that was actually a very good chest. That was both sarcasm and true statement. Which is very weird to be able to do those two at the same time.
LJMnin is trying to farm a fairy on top of Dark Death Mountain, instead only finds a Dark World card. I think he's going to be checking out Spike Cave from here, most likely.
He probably wanted to.
But it seems he's giving up on that and just going to go to Tower of Hair instead, which is the typical play. You usually do Tower of Hair before Spike Cave because, yeah, getting into Spike Cave is quite a bit easier than getting out of Spike Cave. And usually once you've gone in there and checked the item, you just save and quit instead.
Yep. And they have the tempered for Goomba.
Ooh, so we've got 3 swords in play. Okay. Thought we were stuck on 2, but that's nice for Goomba.
Yep. I am very bad at remember where all the swords are, and I usually am, so I don't remember where all the swords were.
Well, I've seen the one in Eastern Pass, and I presume the other 2 are in other early game locations.
I want to say Kakariko Well for one of them, but I'm not too entirely sure.
So Dracarys, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna see the cutscene assessed for Dracarys at the same time. LJ taking a game Death Warp instead of using No, it was actually death for LJ, so ooh, that's irritating. Gonna have to sit through that one again.
He took a death in the basement. Wow, that's
That's punishing.
yeah, I don't think that's anything I've ever seen before, and the basement in South Air is pretty notorious for taking a lot of time. And in fact, taking so long that you just tend to put a cane my block down, activate the crystal switch, get knocked off the crystal blocks by a towel, and then have to walk around in circles instead of taking your deserved coffee break.
Yep.
So, fortunately for LJMnin, he's back down to 1 heart again. Doesn't want to take any more hits, because that would be another death.
At this point, I would just say, put on the cape, hold on to the wall, and just wait it out.
Oh yeah, that's the strategy you typically see in Ganon's Tower for that tower room. When you do
Yeah.
that, when you're holding onto a wall and pulling whilst with the cape active, you don't actually drain any magic, so as long as you can hold some buttons down, you're free to AFK through that room as much as you like.
Yeah. But we are seeing Goomba head progressing through pod. Same time, Dracarys making his way over to Victorious.
Now this is a pendant dungeon, but this being the card week, it's actually an all dungeons week, so he's got to do this sometime, and they are definitely looking for that ice rod though. They've got a tempered sword in place, so they're not going to be too concerned about Ganon. Ganon with tempered sword spins is a lot nicer than master sword spins, for absolute sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it would still be really, really good for them if Dracarys was to go use that powdered magic bat.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think Dracarys have basically done everything in both Kakwiko and in the Dark World town. So I don't know when he's gonna out.
Yeah, he has got both Skullwoods and Feasttown done, so he's got very little reason to head over to that direction of the map, unfortunately. It doesn't look like zerorush has picked up anything in Ice Palace here, but he's taking that cold stare with very little trouble.
Is awarded a shield. So right now we have 2 shields in play.
Yeah, fighter shield and a fire shield, but we are looking for an ice rod. And we know it's not on Laser Bridge, not this time, and it's not pedestal either, so those are possibly 2 of the worst locations out of 3.
Yeah.
Now, Dracarys is going to take on Vitreous. They've got the cape out, and they're just going to poke the eyeballs quite a lot with a Master Sword. Due to just swiping your sword like this, spamming it as much as you can, actually saves you some frames on magic usage. So your cape lasts a lot longer than it normally would, and with half magic, it lasts the full duration of killing all these small eyeballs. I see he's got both the map and compass, so there's going to be an item from Vitreous here. Could be the ice rod.
It could. I think
There's
it's in
the-
all of
there's
the
the ice
small
rod.
keys.
zerorush has just got the ice rod from the dig spot.
Ooh. Alright. I missed where that shovel was. It's gonna have to be an ice palace.
So, yeah, looking at his tracker, he has got to show himself and nothing else, so that would have been down in Ice Palace, so we're effectively in no mode now.
And he knows where the bow is, so he's gonna be in go
he does,
mode
yes.
very
Yeah, he knows where the bow is because he read that tablet, so yeah, that's effectively go mode for...
We are gonna see Swamp first. He's gonna do the fast play here, basically. When we see LJ accidentally triggered Enrage Moldom, and he's not playing around today.
you gotta be careful with your sword. You don't want to poke Moldorm or slash at him with the Master Sword, because that will send him into his fast state. If you've got the Master Sword, you really want to be doing spins on Moldorm so that you don't have a chance to enrage him. But LJMnin manages to avoid getting trolled off a platform and does finish him off.
Ooh, that is... whoa. That was a little bit sweaty there.
So the last location is hopefully going to go into Ice Palace sometime to get that shovel and then check the dig spot. They are several dungeons ahead, but LJMnin and zerorush do have the knowledge to complete the seed now, so they're not going to be checking much else. They are quite a few dungeons behind the last location is, so they've got some catch up to do, but at the same time, they're not going to be doing nearly as many checks.
I
So
do. I do think though that they are still gonna be looking for some more swords. That is probably one thing that we're looking for, which is probably why we see LJ now in Spike Cave. He's not gonna be able to do it.
Oh no, he bonked off the block there and takes a death. So our tracker informed us that swords were in Eastern Palace and Swamp Palace. So it looks like zerorush is probably going to be getting his third sword here fairly shortly.
All right. Thank you.
Tracker now says that it was in the bottom room in Swamp Palace, which zerorush has just gone by and skipped, which is that is a wonderful chest you really shouldn't skip if it has a sword.
Yeah.
Like he's probably fine with both of them are probably fine with doing Ganon with Master Sword Silvers, but a tempered sword would just make it so much quicker, and getting that bottom chest in Swamp Palace to get that sword would be costs him far less time than doing it with Master Sword spins.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's still chances for one more sword to pop up somewhere here. Could be on Helmsol King right now, for example. Which
Yeah.
Goomba has taken out.
No, we still had Boomerang. Do we say LG was picking up his lamp?
I see he's lacking a lot of heart containers compared to everyone else. I think he needs to do a bit of health farming before he goes back and does some dungeons, because he has struggled a bit in the Tower of Hera, for example.
And there we have a sword. So we have a case of all the swords now.
Wow, that is super great for the last locationers.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that is probably one of the sets that we will not see Nintendo Swag checking. And we are seeing Goomba now dipping into Ice Palace, gonna find the shovel, and at the same time Dracarys is doing Bat Cave.
Yeah,
They are gonna tie this up basically.
Yeah, they're going to have all the items they need to, well, unless they put off a dig spot, they pretty much every item they could possibly want for clearing the seed quickly and efficiently. But the dig spot is absolutely mandatory compared to the swords and the silver arrows, because that's the ice rod there. So hopefully Goomba doesn't put that off for long once he gets that shovel.
Yeah. Although looking at the combined trackers at the moment, there's not a lot left to check. We're gonna see that Dracarys probably taking Spike Cave.
zerorush gets his D from the sky, forgets to read the tablet with the Book of Medora, which he did the previous time he was here, but that cost him like 1.5 seconds each time. You know, big time loss.
Yeah, not too bad.
So I guess that actually puts zerorush in go mode right now.
Yes,
Not just go mode.
59 minutes.
You really could do with a tempered sword though.
Yeah.
But, well, he will get it in Desert Palace if he thinks to check the big chest, and honestly, the big chest doesn't take much time at all in here, so... And you need that big key to get into the back anyway, so... might as well get it and get that tempered sword.
Yep. And Spike Cave was only a piece of heart for us today.
That is unfortunate considering the time LJ spends checking it, but there's very little that could have been useful aside from maybe the red mail. Heart container specifically would have been nice for him, but was not to be.
Hey, he might have 3 pieces of heart right now, and we don't know it.
So LJ is going into Turtle Rock to get his Ether Medallion. From his Ether Medallion, he can get into Mizumaya.
No, I think he's gonna pick. He's going over here to get the half magic from Super Bunny so that he can do Spike Kick.
And he was totally out of magic, so he couldn't even open up Total Rock when he took the portal.
Nope.
So Goomba's doing a comprehensive check of chests in Ice Palace. He's not going to get his Ice Rod here, but he will get the means to get that Ice Rod.
Same time we see zerorush currently going through a desert, and it doesn't look like he picked up the sword from Desert Palace.
Ooh, this skipping of chests is really going to cost zerorush here.
Absolutely.
Like, he could have been on the gold sword by now and would have had a ridiculously easy time with Ganon later on, but he skipped 2 chests, 2 really quick chests that he could have checked without spending too much time at all. He'd be stuck doing Master Sword spins on Ganon unless LJ tells him, hey, you missed a Tempered Sword here in Desert Palace. I doubt he'd go back for the one in Swamp Palace because that takes a lot longer to get back into. But this is unfortunate for zerorush. He is behind on dungeons compared to Lost Locationers, and skipping swords like that isn't going to do him any favors whatsoever.
Nope, it isn't. So time for Meyer for zerorush.
Goomba heads down his iced tea. He's got the map and the compass. I haven't seen the shovel pop up yet. I'm guessing
The shovel was we have seen that one. It's just not been highlighted yet.
Ah, okay.
The time for Ice Palace for LJ as well.
Yeah, he's effectively got Go mode Ice Palace, which is a lot quicker than normal Ice Palace. He's just got to pick up his shovel in here, and that will be it for him.
Yep. And the cars can also go mode Swamp because Goomba's already been there.
Yeah, he doesn't take the time to get that gold sword, but he's probably just fine with Tempered Sword.
Yeah, I want to see Goomba immediately heading over checking the dig spot after this, because I did talk about it earlier for when the stream started, but at the moment the Lost Locationers need to win this game. Basically, they need to catch up to Ferame. We'll do an interview.
Well, I did tell off the Last Locationers for the team name earlier. It has, in the previous race, it has done them no favours so far in getting us wins, but perhaps this will be the day where they start turning that around.
Yeah. Yeah, just to give a little bit of an update there. So currently, the Lost Locationers is sitting with 7 points, while they are 4th place. While Ferame we doing into is sitting with 16 points, so they barely need a wins here to be able to catch.
Ooh, zerorush gets knocked by the fire snake there backwards down the stairs into the second basement of Misery Mire again. Cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, but look at Goomba.
He's going to be in go mode pretty shortly. He goes for a shovel dash, but he stuffs it up. But he digs up the ice rod.
At 1:04:30, Goomba is in go mode, which means that the Dracarys is in go mode as well. It's funny how that works.
Yeah, both of our teams are effectively in go mode right now, although in there's quite a bit of a sword advantage on the Last Locationers right now, and the dungeon advantage. So I would like LJMnin is really behind on dungeons right now. So the card races are based on the average time of the winners. So zerorush could get in first place here, but his time will be averaged out with LJMnin's, and if LJMnin is significantly behind, then the last locationist could still win out just based on the average time between Dracarys and Goomba.
Yep. Oh, I didn't saw the net there before. That was nice. Didn't even know what that one. The car is heading to pod. Goomba is gonna clear out Turtle Rock. Zerorush heading into pod.
And he does not need to double dip this, but he knows he needs to get the even medallion from here, but he actually has the ice rush to finish it. It is very convenient for him, because everyone else has effectively double dipped Turtle Rock.
Yeah, everyone else have double dip Turtle Rock, so Goomba have a very nice route here. Dracarys necessarily was the sacrificial lamb or going into Turtle Rock early.
Okay, so LJ has his big key and his shovel, but he's still lacking health, and he does have a blue potion, so he's not in an entirely bad state for cold step, but he's going to have to probably rely on fire rod shots if he doesn't want to play, if he doesn't want to get too close to cold step, and he's going to have to do a good job at dodging falling ice shards if he wants to avoid another unfortunate death.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he is on his way down there now. Oh, he's checking out the big chest.
Well, he wants more health, maybe. I don't know what was in here. Oh no, it was more key. Okay then.
Yeah, at this point, if zerorush has been making note of him, he could be telling LJMnin where the heart containers are, because LJ could really use them.
Is that something you would choose to remember though?
Not necessarily, because you could just note, say, like, oh, in the bottom of pods there could be a heart container in, well, in like the dark basin in pod there could be a heart container or something like that, you know. And it looks like LJ actually didn't go for the bomb jump there, because he was actually using that small key to take the stairs downstairs. I didn't see him push the blocks that would normally get a block into this room, which you then push onto the crystal switch. So instead he's just going to use his Cane of Samaya to hit the crystal switch there.
Yeah.
So I guess he skipped the bomb jump earlier.
So one thing I'll do here, we saw that zerorush skipped the pod, the big chest here. That was actually very good in that one. So that kind of also been very nice for them to learn about, because that's right now what LJ needs. LJ having some nice dancers there.
And down goes cold step for him.
Yep. Same time we have seen Goomba rushing through Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and he does have a small key, so he doesn't even need to go on Laser Bridge. Right, no, actually, the Ethan Medallion wasn't Laser Bridge, so he doesn't need to go there for that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and it looks right now like that Goomba is gonna skip out on Silvers at this point, because he does not have powder yet.
Actually, if I remember correctly, it was Bombers on Laser Bridge, and he would have picked up Ethan Medallion early in the dungeon.
Yeah, he would have to.
He cannot get into Maya without that Ethan Medallion, and Dracarys would have told him.
Yep. Hey, you dummy. Don't forget the ether. Maybe that's how that goes. I don't know. I don't know how they would communicate.
LJMnin diving into the well in Kakariko. This is not something you usually see at 1 hour 10 minutes into a seed. Not even that often in inverted, to be fair. He gets a couple of pieces of heart and a heart container, which I'm guessing he was desperate for.
Okay, so behind this wall here was actually a bottle with a fairy, so I do like it that LJ is heading over here.
A quick half-minute visit into a cave for safety, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. And Goomba only has one crystal and one pendant left.
Yeah, he's unfortunately can't route in Turtle Rock straight to Ganon's Tower. You do have to go into it first to get your Ether Medallion for Mizumaya before you can go up to Ganon's Tower. So not going to be starting the big key guessing game just yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, we can blame Ether on that.
So Zerorush finishes up Pod. He's got 3 more dungeons to do. He has to go back into Turtle Rock and clears all again just to get to Trinex. And he's also got to do Eastern, which he's doing right now, and Skullwoods.
Yep.
Goomba also skips to Burtos there. We'll just have to hold out for Russian Nintendo swag going for Burtoses.
Yeah, basically.
Actually, it is taking the time out to get the silver hours here.
Yeah. Wait, did Dracarys just skip one of the sword chests? Yes, he did. That's only tempered. Kind of ham butter there, but oh. Or maybe he's already picked it up. Yeah, he probably picked it up. So blink and you miss this fight here for the Dracarys.
Supremely quick kill on Yama's Knight there. Doesn't allow even the last knight to get red and angry.
Yeah,
Not gonna make much difference.
Silver's is kind of OP. and
And
nearly.
Zerorush does the exact same kill.
Yeah, basically, if we would have had the same sprite on them, we could have just said that we were watching the same footage. Because that was very, very identical.
So Dracarys has to go down into Ice Palace, get themselves a shovel, clear out Cold Stare, get their Ice Sword, head back up to Turtle Rock and clear that out, and then you can go to Ganon's Tower. Whilst Goomba, he may choose to go do Ganon's Tower before Desert Palace. I very much doubt he would do so though. You can get a free sword in Desert Palace if anything else.
Yeah, I do hope that he gets it, because as it looks right now, he's not gonna be with Silvers.
At the same time, it doesn't take him too much time to get the silvers. All he has to do is flute to Kakariko, dash over to the magic bat and powder the magic bat, then save and crit out. Compared to time he'd spent Ganon, he'd probably save a little bit of time. Oh, but he doesn't have the powder.
He have already given up the mushroom.
Where was that powder then?
Don't remember.
Chat is informing us at the northern chest in desert powder, so right next to a sword, conveniently. We'll see if that is,
okay then. Okay then. That's fine. Okay, then maybe Goomba will have silvers and butter. So that's nice. Yeah, there
there's
it
that
is.
powder. And he actually took the time to open that chest and get that powder, so he's probably going to get the silvers.
Yep. Oh, LJ, are you going up? Yes, LJ. At least LJ is gonna be with tempered.
If he chooses to check the chest, of course.
He has a big key. Why would he run up here otherwise?
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, he's headed over to the left. I thought this was his first trip into Desert Palace, but it's not.
Ooh, Goomba is not picking up the sword.
Okay, well, not so bad for him, because he's still going to be going into Ganon with temperate and silvers, most likely. Oh, zerorush takes a death on Morphila.
Yeah, Morphila can be quite punishing at times.
Yeah, that's one of those two swords that zerorush has skipped out on would really be coming into useful for him, right?
It would be nice for him to have that here.
Dracarys gets their shovel. Not bothering to check out the rest of the attic in the Ice Palace.
Yeah. And the one good thing here for Dracarys is that he can route Turtle Rock and Ganon Tower together very effectively.
And zerorush got an extremely quick heal on Morphila all of a sudden. I think what he did there was get Morphila up against a block in the top portion of the screen, so when Morphila goes bouncing off a spike, of course he doesn't take damage, but if he goes bouncing off a block, he will take damage. So I think zerorush managed to get him stuck up there and getting a lot of hits very quickly because the spikes in the room had barely started moving. So,
but guys,
nice retribution kill.
Right now, it's time for a little bit of a game. Can we get the command? Thank you. So, right now, we are having a little bit of extra time because Goomba is going and collecting the silvers, but one of the 22 chests in GT has our big key. You guys get to guess which one that is. If you are a subscriber or if you have donated a certain amount of bits to any of the speed gaming channels, you are in the competition to be able to get onto the leaderboard. Currently, right now, it is Fear Agent 2 is the leader, so we want to have someone catch up to him. What are you gonna think it's gonna be today, revolving Ocelot?
Considering you're heading up to Ganon's Tower at a mere 118 on the timer, I'm going to go with my usual late guess of a big key at number 19, with a right side check coming first, so that would put it in the vanilla chest after the Ice Boss.
Ooh, okay then. I'm gonna say number 7 today. I'm gonna give it an early one.
Yeah, 19 got me quite a lot of wins back in the tournament, actually. Fortunately, I'm not subbed to any of the channels at the moment, so I can't actually get a win. But it's a thought that counts. So Dracarys gets the Ice Swords. All they have to do now is head up to Turtle Rock, and he doesn't have the lamp on his tracker, so he's going to be doing those rooms in the dark. And yeah, he doesn't have it in his menu either.
Yeah. Although we have already seen him navigate through there once, he will be able to do it one more time.
Of course, yeah.
That's quite a cool battle here right now between Dracarys and zerorush.
Yeah, given zerorush's progress through Turtle Rock right now, he will definitely be reaching Ganon before Dracarys, depending on the location of Big Key in the tower, of course. But Master Sword spins on Ganon is still pretty slow in the early phases. You do save a lot of time in the final phase, thanks to the Silver As, which is really where you would spend the majority of a fight against Ganon if he was stuck with only the Master Sword and no Silver As. So it's not totally bad for him, and I think he'll still probably come out a little bit ahead of Dracarys, but it's going to be close between them for sure. So Goomba dives into the tower, and he's checking out the left first.
Number 1 is Blue Rupee.
Bob lives today, he's not picking up that rupee.
Yeah.
So Goomba's going to check out the 4 chests in the top here. He may decide to go Dark Magician if he gets a certain amount of keys and check out the right side.
Number 2 is 50 rupees. Number 3 is some blueberries. Number 4 is piece of heart and some more blueberries in number 5.
Oh, and he is going Dark Magician.
Number 6 is a small key. And number 7 is a small key. So I'm out.
So Russ is heading into Trinex at the same time as LJ is just entered Total Rock, but LJMnin has got so many dungeons left to clear still.
Yeah, that is quite a big amount. Although he can go mode a lot of them. The big key locations were pretty good today.
Ooh, there's a red mail.
Ooh, that's nice. And there
And
it
a big
is.
key.
So that's number 11, if I get that right. 8, 9. Yeah, that's number 11. So, ladies and gentlemen, we did not have one who guessed number 11, but so the closest one will get it. The closest one today is 13, and it was Skills
Silk Shoulder.
Silk Sorter. I have my other monitor too far away. Yeah, congratulations, you made it onto the leaderboard. And that was his first guess. It was his first right one as well. So congratulations to you.
He gets to join the morass of people at 1 win.
Yep. At the same time, we see zerorush now also making his way over to GT. Dracarys just bidding out Trinex as well. So yeah, it's gonna be quite an intense battle here between Dracarys and zerorush. It's gonna be interesting to see if any of them goes right side directly, or if anyone does Dark Magician, or maybe full left. zerorush starts out with right side. Let's see if he can continue. There was some small keys on this side, so he could go full right if he's so.
Yeah, and he'll get his big key quite a bit earlier. There's nothing on the left of any note whatsoever, so he'll get red mail and he'll get a big key here, and that's pretty much the best he can hope for from GT.
Yeah, and he takes the correct route to get the big key as quickly as possible today, so that's quite nice.
And Dracarys is also headed into Ganon's Tower, and is quite a bit better equipped with that Tempered Sword, so we could still be seeing Dracarys finish ahead of zerorush here, because Goomba's got that knowledge on the right side, and Dracarys is just headed straight there.
Yeah. Right now, it is the last location as match to lose.
Yeah, unfortunately for us and Nintendo's flag, LJMnin has just ended up really far behind on dungeons.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna say it is because he decided to do a lot of overworld locations, basically. And maybe he dipped dungeons at the wrong times.
It seems like a lot of the overall progress in this seed was found in the dungeons. Did have a few exceptions, like he had to go into Ice Palace to get the shovel, but that shovel actually got you the Ice Rod outside the dungeon, so that's kind of an overworld check, but
yeah. Yeah, Goomba is just racing through the gauntlet. Is almost at Moldum 2. But
make some use of that powder, both to top up his health and get the silver arrows much earlier.
yeah. And Molum 2 is down.
Skips the chest. But he knows where all the swords are, and he's got all the mails, and he doesn't really need a mirror shield for Ganon, so unless there was a heart container in that chest, then he's pretty much in the perfect spot for Ganon right now.
Yeah. So time for a geometry wizard, which I for the longest time actually called geometry teaser.
You know, I don't think Aghanim looks much like a teacher myself. I, for a long time, used to think his sprite very similar to the Porky sprite from Earthbound. So, like, the little cap on his top was actually his face, and his sort of like diadem thing was actually his nose. It's very easy to misinterpret his sprite.
Yeah, I can see it. But basically, I call him the geometry teacher because you kind of have to learn about angles from him.
If you look on Google Images, Aghanim and Porky, you kind of see what I'm talking about. It's apparently quite common.
Yeah. Oh, bad! I said. Bad! I said.
Oh yeah, we have got to do Aga 1 first. So, hey, we've got another good guessing game we can play. Not an official one, but how many blue balls is our singular Aghanim going to give us tonight?
And we also saw a game over from LJ as well.
Oh, I missed that. What's the take a death to? Because it looks like he's been punted back to the big chest.
I said.
Oh, and he didn't take the safety door. That is unfortunate.
Yep.
I would have taken the time to get that safety door because he is on a low amount of health right now, and if Trinex takes a bite out of you, those bites are very painful.
Yeah, even with blue mail, they hurt a lot. But I'm gonna say 1 blue ball.
Oh, that's kind. We did have a 0 blue balls Aghanim the other day, which was amazing to see.
Yeah, those are very, very rare.
But I'm going to go for your previous guess of a big key in Ganstown and go for 7 blue balls. I'm feeling vindictive. Oh, 300 rupees in Moldom's chest. Zerorush actually checked it.
Well, that's basically his retirement fund then.
And some rude kleptomaniac with a large hunk of metal just steals it from him.
Yep. Oh, very close to triple there for zerorush. So one more hit for Agatu, and there it is. Yeah, quite an exciting head-to-head here between Dracarys and zerorush.
Dracarys is only probably about 10 seconds behind zerorush right now.
Yeah.
He's not going to catch up too much time in the Aga's Tower with that Temper Sword, but he is going to catch up significant time on the Ganon.
Yep. Okay, only orange balls so far from Aga. Okay, the first 4 was orange. That's nice.
That is unusual, and the next one is guaranteed to be a regular orange ball, so only 1 more chance for a blue ball to come in. Well, if it's a orange ball, then yeah, 0 blue balls is what I meant to say.
1 blue ball! Ha 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 ha! And I had right today.
Oh, you win for winning the game with 1 blue ball on Aghanim. You win a lifetime supply of bonking against the wall whilst Aghanim is casting a lightning spell.
Nice. Well, that I would consider that an upgrade because I usually just hug the wall a bit for those usually, so that, I consider that an upgrade. But the Goomba is now in the Ganon fight, currently in phase 2, and a very good position as well.
It takes a couple hits from the fire bats on his way out instead of like hookshotting to a torch or using the cape, but he's on red mail, so the fire bats only do 2 hearts damage each, so he's in a very good spot right now.
Yeah, and he's currently doing phase 3. At the same time, we see that zerorush is about a floor ahead of Dracarys. Okay, that was the last hit for phase 3. Very nice positioning there for the first warp. Was not able to get a torch glitch. Can possibly get a double here? No.
Yeah, too close to the edge, unfortunately.
Aww. Okay, can have one more silver then. And of course then he's positioning himself at a good position to get doubles, maybe even triples. But yeah, Goomba is gonna be our first finisher today.
Yeah, as soon as he makes it across the bridge into the Triforce room, we will get a time for you.
And the Goomba comes in with an official time of 1:31:52. GG.
It's really coming down to Dracarys versus zerorush here. They're both on Aggro 1. We don't have many blue balls to contend with unless one of them somehow takes a death here. If we actually take a death on Aggro 1, and I've seen that happen when runners have gone in with just the bugnet and 3 hearts, then
yeah,
his
quite
pattern does
punishing
reset
one.
and you get a different set of blue balls.
Yep. So zerorush into Ganon now.
Yeah, Dracarys finishes off Aggro 1, but he's
Nice
probably
positioning there, Ganon.
Yeah, I'd say Dracarys is about 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, quite good positioners from Ganon here, letting you get a lot of sword spins. Phase 2 for zerorush. And phase 2 for Dracarys. And phase 3 for Dracarys.
That is the difference between having Master Sword and Tempered Sword here. Because zerorush had the perfect opportunity to go all the way to Gold Sword if he so chose, but he just skips 2 really quick to check chests and has missed out on that, at least a Tempered Sword, which is costing him time here.
Yep.
So Dracarys is well ahead on Ganon right now, and is probably going to be beating Ganon before zerorush, unless Dracarys takes an unfortunate fall. Let's not hope it. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Phase 4 for the Dracarys, and phase 3 for zerorush. Missed the first and second. And there we have it.
Triple hit.
Yeah, very nice fight there from Dracarys.
He just has to make it across the bridge, and the last locationist will be finishing in first place today.
Yeah, and Dracarys finishing off with 1:34:28. So, gonna roughly say that they got together mid 1:33 if we're gonna add up the times.
Unfortunately for zerorush, skipping their swords has really cost him the second place finish here, so we don't even need to worry about average time. Because the last locationists have both finished first, they effectively got the first place without needing to worry about it. And I believe they're joining us in IRC, or joining us in Discord right now, so GD, Dracarys and Goomba.
Hey, GG.
GG.
What do you guys think about that seed?
I mean, we lived up to our team name. Again. That's good, right?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, he finished with a time of 1:34, and we've had a lot of actually later finishes than that in the co-op week so far, so I wouldn't say you lost location this at all.
I mean, we did last location, but I think we last location pretty efficiently.
Yeah, the route were really good throughout it all. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, we've actually been doing a lot of practice, so
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think
we've
we
gotten
split up the
pretty good at
routing in the
this.
seat pretty well.
yeah, I definitely think we managed to cover a lot of ground very effectively without too much overlap.
Yeah, one thing you guys managed to sort out was additional swords for your inventory. Zerorush has just managed to beat Ganon with a time of 1 hour 35:23. He actually drops down to Ganon before you, Dracarys, but he skipped by both the sword upgrades in Desert Palace and Swamp Palace without even checking the chest. So he's having to do Master Sword spins against Ganon, and that cost him a lot of time and allowed you to get in ahead of him.
Yeah.
Not sure why though, because the swords were all kind of free. Maybe
I
the
mean-
desert one was the most out of the way, probably.
But like, if you don't last location the Ice Rod, there's a pretty good chance you get to go mode Swamp Palace. Right? As long as you check
Yeah,
Bomba's tablet first.
I think Zerorush went into Desert Palace before LJMnin did. LJMnin has got the Tempered Sword right now and Silver Hours. Both of them grabbed the powder to get the Silver Hours from the Desert Palace, but Zerorush just walked by the big chest and didn't check it out on his way. And he did check the South chest in Swamp Palace to get the sword there, so yeah, he was stuck on Master Sword.
Okay, I can see why you won't go back then. If you don't even know where the last sword is. You're just hoping
Yeah.
for one in GT.
It's unfortunate though.
Yeah, but Goomba, I think you could have been on butter because you skip out the sword in desert as well.
Yeah, I didn't really care, although I screwed up the Ganon fight anyway, so maybe I should have cared. Since I screwed up the fight, I might have saved time getting Butter Sword, but like, I'd have to
It's
run
just-
back in, it would be like 20 seconds.
It's really strictly convenience for Ganon more than anything else,
Yeah, I
in
mean,
my opinion anyway.
I had already done Trinex, and Trinex is the only fight where it really saves time. I guess Cold Stare, kind of. But Trinex is about the only boss where Butter Sword actually saves time, assuming you don't screw up Ganon, which I did, so meh.
So I had to jump into this race a bit late because Mathgo had to drop out, unfortunately. So I missed most of the early game. So how was your early game in this race? Like the first 30 minutes or so? How was your routing and such?
For what I remember, Dracarys, you ran off and checked South Shore and the eastern area while Goomba did the normal Kakariko route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kakariko was pretty empty this time.
Yeah, there was nothing there actually. There was a bottle and a couple heart containers, and I think that was it.
Yeah, but it was still pretty easy Dark World access in just Mini Moldrum Cave and Saha's Closet, I think. And from there on, we could just split up super nicely, actually, because we had just so much open to us all the time.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. I feel like we managed to just clean out everything very efficiently. Because the game gave us a lot of tools to route in a lot of tracks very effectively, and we managed to split it up pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, in hindsight, one of us should have probably gone into Ice Palace right after picking up the mids, but we were both so low on safeties that we probably would have died to Cold Stare.
Yeah, I didn't really want to risk it with that low equipment.
I think it was at like 6 hearts, Blue Mail, Master Sword or something, and didn't really want to go in there.
Yeah, I had, I think, like 7 or 8 hearts Blue Mail Fighter Sword.
Yeah, not a good position to head in there then.
But I guess ultimately, if we had, we would have found the Ice Rod much sooner. And probably been in Go mode quite a bit earlier. Maybe gotten to Go mode Misery Mire properly. Well, both of us would have got to Go mode, that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, one thing I did like was that you two basically got silvers and the ice rod at the same time. That was quite nice to see.
So going from the standings, this is going to put you at 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. So you're going to be at 10 points now. Not quite catching up to like the real high flyers in your league, but getting you a bit closer. So are you looking forward to your next race this week?
Well, I won't be doing the next one, but I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, we just have to win again if we want to have a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do a lot of winning if that's gonna happen.
You'll be facing Russian Nintendo swag again, but instead of zerorush and LJMnin, it's going to be zerorush and Luz from the likes of things. And as you mentioned, it won't be Yuga, but it will be Swagalicious.
And actually looking at your schedule, next week you are going off against Missing Bow, and on the last week you are going off against Blind Bandoliers, which are also 2 of the bottom teams in this group. So you guys have a better, easier schedule than Frame at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, we basically just have the 2 roughest matchups right off the bat with Team Awesome, and Frame will do an interview. So we kind of got stomped there, which honestly was kind of expected for us. We did not really expect to take any wins there. But with that behind us, I feel like we have a good shot at the rest of the matchups. So
Yeah, we're just depending on some other teams to drop some games.
There's that too. It's gonna take more than just us winning at this point.
Yeah, and looking at this next week, Frame is gonna go up against old Swagger Jackson, so that's gonna be some good matches as well.
Yeah, that one's also pretty important for us. We're gonna need Swagger Jackson to drop some games if we're gonna make playoffs, I think.
No, isn't it Frame that you guys are battling against at this moment?
Well, I don't think Frame have played their games this week yet, so it's hard to say.
No, they only played 6 matches so far, so they have not played their matches yet. But at the same time, they are currently the ones who are the lowest in the standings. Team Awesome also have only done 1 game. Swagger Jackson have already done their games and are currently sitting at 21 points. I don't think we'll be able to catch up to them. It's gonna be either Team Awesome or Frame. But I think Team Awesome is clinched already.
If we win all of our remaining matches, we'll be at 25 points. So I mean, there's a world where it happens. But we'll see. Either way, I'm just here to have some fun.
Yeah,
that's what we're all here for, and I'm glad you had fun during this race.
Oh yes, that was quite a fun one actually. Despite the last locationing, but I mean, that's what we named our team for a reason after all.
Yeah, but you should be a bit more optimistic with your team names. Let's say we win every game, and you'll probably magically win every game. You should give it a try.
I mean, the last locationer seems to have worked, so why not that, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
from the races I've seen, I think missing bow worked pretty well also. I seem to be quite bad at finding that bow.
Yeah. We are gonna have to go off soon because we have one other thing coming up in about 10 minutes. So, any last thoughts from you two?
No, not really. Just thanks for featuring us. Thanks for helping make this league a reality. Looking forward to future races, both playing and watching. And yeah, that's about it.
Yep, same. Thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Certainly. So, coming up next here on Speed Gaming 4, it is the Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament, which is a really cool tournament where you only have allowed to have a max PB, basically, to be able to qualify into that one. So, quite a good one to seek. Winning Speed Gaming 3 is going to be Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer Spring coming up in 10 minutes. There's also, if we want to see more Zelda Link to Past Randomizer tournament, currently over at Speed Gaming 6, there is the spoiler log tournament between OC101 and zerorush. So that's gonna be a nice one. Thanks so much to our trackers today, who was Math Girl, Charlie, and Kono Turan. Math Girl also did some commentary. Thanks so much to Speed Gaming for hosting this amazing tournament. Thanks so much to our runners, Goomba, Dracarys, LJMnin, and zerorush for putting up an amazing show. My name has been Angels. That guy over there has been Revolving Ocelot, and we are signing out.